Welcome everyone to the Coaster Spot. It is Alex, and listen to that music. It means only one thing: construction season has begun, and we're at Dorney Park for Iron Menace, the B&M dive coaster. Construction update number 1, filmed on October 4th. But first, we're going to go back and check out a couple of updates really quickly from the summer and fall. And as promised, here is a little bit of a construction update of what's going on so far. Not a lot of groundwork. And here we are on opening night of Halloween Haunt on September 15th. As you can see, it's just still dirt. That's why the update has not been posted until whenever this was posted. Lots of dirt, digging up old utilities, getting the site ready for footer. And here's our best look from inside the park of all the progress. Of course, the station should be right about center screen. And you got the first drop right behind that one building, the Immelman, and then the tilted loop and corkscrew will be behind this building. And as you can see, just about 3 weeks later, there's been so much more progress. There probably was a little bit more in that front half of the site, but really just wanted to wait until we saw a lot of progress. And some arrival of some of the steel was also what I was kind of waiting for, and we got it. Our first shipment from Claremont Steel, the fabricators that B&M uses, has arrived. It is just a bunch of station parts. It looks like a bunch of stairs and catwalks for the lift hill and brake run and all those bits. But we'll keep an eye out in this area, and we might be able to get some close-up views of it on a busy Halloween haunt, because that is the parking lot that you use for overflow. So on the bottom right there, you can actually see where the construction area extends all the way to. You can see that temporary fence that's being set up in the middle of that field. That will all be dirt pretty soon. They have not started any of the footers in that back half, but what they have started is a lot of the footers in the other half. And we can see from the bottom to the top, footers for the brake run, the beginnings of the station foundation and transfer track and storage building, that big giant one right next to the pathway, that is going to be for the bottom of the lift hill. And then you can see that blue box there, that is kind of a support for the ground as they put in the rebar cages, and that is the majority of where the footer is. Instead of having to drill really deep into the ground, they just create a huge box underground, put it with a bunch of rebar, then pour that concrete, and then the combination of the weight of the concrete and just being underground slightly allows it to stay put. And then once they pour that, the top, the footer that you actually see above ground is poured. It's a very small portion of these foundations actually. So here we go. You can see that that is part of the lift hill that we're talking about with that blue box, and I'm pretty sure that should be poured soon. You can also see more supports. You can also see more foundations for that 0G roll. Bottom first drop, Immelman are being worked on. In the bottom left corner, you can see more rebar cages being staged to go into the construction site and being placed into those open holes that we see so far. You can actually see 3 different stages of the footers there around that existing building. The blue box is ready for steel and to be poured. The other one is just dirt, and the other one is gravel. So 3 stages. And here you can see the fences have been moved back because footers are going to go right in that planter for the Immelman actually, and it is scheduled to have that Rita's building demolished. This now tells us why they had to move the port of entry scare zone back up to the Hydra Plaza, because they needed to use that plaza for construction. So that is why they had to shift all those scare zones around, for the better or for the worse. Check out my tour. It has lots of opinions, and you can see everything you can do at Halloween Haunt this year, which is a great event. More rebar cages off to the right there. You can see the train tracks just disappear. Some of it might actually be on the gravel, some of it might have been removed. It's going to have to be rerouted slightly because footers are in the way. But that's going to do it for this construction update. We'll do another one when there is enough progress, more footers done, and once steel starts going up, we'll have updates on a very regular basis, as Dorney Park is much closer to my house than Hershey and even Great Adventure. Thanks for watching. This has been Alex. Like, comment, and subscribe, because there'll be plenty of more construction updates for the area parks.